Yeah. So let's start with a bit of a march on the spot. Pump your arms, drive your legs, switch on them tummy muscles, back's nice and straight, shoulders back, chest open. Boxing jabs to the front. Try and keep your core nice and tight and strong. Don't exuberant with the legs, mainly for my benefit because it's cold. So if you're cold and you want to get warmer, you can do this with the legs. And if you're not cold and you don't want to do this with the legs, you can have an easier warm up. So it's up to you. Then some rugby ball twist. Twisting at the waist, passing behind you. Nice and short and sharp. Oh, nice big rotation of your torso. And then back to the middle. And then bring your legs to a nice wide stable base. And open up the chest and the shoulders. Keep alternating which hand goes on top. And keep making the movement bigger. So squeeze them tummy muscles. Open up that chest. Open up them shoulders. And then when you feel like that's enough, hold it there. Then we're reaching over and reaching down. So reach over with that top arm. Reach down towards your knee. And keep making it bigger. So we're stretching, lengthening down into the side and the hip. And again, we don't need to count these. As long as you know which side you started on, you can finish on the other one. Okay, last ones. Make yourself even. Roll out those shoulders and then let's roll out those hips. So stick your bum out like a duck, tuck your bum under, pull your hips up and just keep rolling between, oh, sorry, things are just pulling that aren't used to moving. So nice big range of motion, not pushing to a point of pain though. And then back to the middle, pedal out the legs, shake it all off, and roll out those shoulders. And let's start with some, I'm going to get some even lighter weights actually, just to carry on and get a bit more specific with our warm up. So we're going to bicep curl with something nice and small. If you haven't got many options with your weights, just go with what you've got. The heavier the weights, the slower I want you to go. So shoulders back, chest out. And if you feel like you need to just give those shoulders a bit of a roll, feel free to do that as well, just to get everything feeling nice. And then back to them bicep curls. So hold on to your tummy muscles, shoulders back, chest open, and it's just that nice big range of movement from the legs up to the chest. So shoulders back, head up, neck in line with the spine, and then we're going to go for alternating chest press or boxing jabs, whatever you want to call it. It's not as aggressive as a boxing jab though, and we're not locking out that elbow. So squeeze the tummy muscles and just keep pressing that weight to the front. Get nice and warm. Through the elbow joint, through those muscles that lead into the chest. And then make yourself even. Roll out the shoulders again. Push up to the sky. And then we're just going to lift and lower. Working those triceps, soften up them knees, squeeze your tummy muscles, neck in line with the spine, moving the arms around the head, not the head around the arms. So slowly down, big squeeze up. And again, you can alternate these. If you've got the coordination, if it doesn't feel too bad, you can alternate to keep it interesting. So squeeze that core, lift and lower. And then back to the middle. Roll out those shoulders, and then let's just take some nice gentle side bends. So we're not going to town on these. This is just another way of warming up another part of the body. Keeping it light. If your weights are quite heavy, get rid of them. So nice big stretch and lengthen. And again, make yourself even. Roll out those shoulders. And hold it there. Perfect. Going to come back to the triceps and the upper arms again. So we're going to take the weights behind the head, draw a big circle around, and draw a big circle back. So keep making that bigger. Again, soften up those knees, chest open, shoulders back. Perfect. And then back to the middle. And again, shake off those arms. Grab a quick drink if you need to. Even though it's cold, we still need to hydrate. And I'm going to progress up a set of dumbbells. It's slightly heavier, half a kilo heavier. Second session back, infinite light. So nice wide stable base. I'm not going to bother with timers, but we're going to go back into those bicep curls. Drop your arms down and then pin your elbows to the sides of your body. Chest open, shoulders back. Big squeeze up, slow squeeze down. So just keep breathing. Try and go about the same rate as me. It shouldn't be fast. Breathe however works for you. Keep your wrists nice and straight. So I'm coming up a little bit quicker than I'm going down. Bracing the tummy muscles. And the textbook breathing, if you're struggling, you probably all remember. Exhale up, inhale down on this one. So last ones. Bring it up, nice and slow on the way down. And then give those shoulders a nice roll out. Then we're going to go to a nice, simple shoulder press. So we're going to push all the way up to the top and then all the way back down. So brace that core, soften those knees, big push up, slow squeeze down. Nice and strong lift, slow and controlled lower. Again, exhale up, inhale down. Brace them tummy muscles. That's at about halfway. Keep squeezing that core. Softening them knees. Big strong arms. Don't lock your elbows. You don't need to grip on for dear life to these unless they're quite heavy and there is a risk of you dropping them. If you've got quite light ones like me, just a gentle grip around them. And then bring it down. Roll out those shoulders and shake it all off. Perfect. Let's go back to our chest press this time. So shoulders back, chest open, soften up them knees, big push forward, squeeze it back in. So I've got both dumbbells pressed together so they go at the same rate. And again, it's a big push out, slow squeeze in. Try not to hunch your upper back. Don't lean back either. I think I was leaning back a bit there. So you can tuck your bum under, pull your hips up to the front. If it gets tricky, go into alternates. Even if it's just for a couple, just for a bit of a rest. This is quite a nasty one because it's an awkward range of movement to be taking things away from the body. Almost there. Last ones. And then bring it in, shake off those arms again, pop your weights down a minute, give the shoulders a nice roll out. And then what we're going to do is something a little bit different. I'm edging towards my water bottle. We'll have one more before we have a drink. So we're going to roll down, stretch those hamstrings on the way, bend your knees if they're not very flexible today and you don't reach the mat. And then coming down into our plank position. So hands on the floor, toes dug in. Soften your knees if you need to, if you feel like you've got pressure there. And if that's too much, just come onto your knees, cross the ankles and keep the upper body a bit more bent at the bum, if that makes sense. And what we're going to do is tap the opposite shoulder. So give your wrists a nice straight shake off. You can also, if that's too much for your wrists today, come into that nice low plank there. Again, that position there, or the one on your knees, and do it from there. It's a little bit trickier from there. So just tapping the opposite shoulder. Up in the high plank is fine too. Squeeze that tummy, tap the shoulder, and then the other one. Thankfully, I've got grippy gloves. Okay, last couple. Back to the middle, drop to your knees. Take the weight off your arms, roll out those shoulders there. So that will have worked your core a little bit as well as your arms. And if your wrists are a bit naggy, not used to it, so we've just come back from winter break, just give them a nice roll out. Perfect. Okay, grab a quick drink. I want to do a bit of chest, but I'm a little bit scared of it getting a bit samey because we always do our nice chest flies, but if it's not broke, don't fix it. It's my mindset. So we're going to do our chest flies. I've got some extra weights to make it a bit trickier. I'm holding 2 together now in each hand. So coming down onto your back, arms nice and wide. I didn't think I'd be down here today because I'm a bit scared of all the spiders that have moved in. When you're ready, big squeeze up and a slow squeeze back down. And then look for that part of the movement where the muscles feel like they're loaded up and it feels tricky. Breathe however works for you. But if you're struggling, exhale up, inhale down. Just take your time. Squeeze them tummy muscles. Keep your wrists nice and straight. And then bring it back to the middle. Bring your hands together above the chest. And let's lower down, feel those triceps there. Just bending those elbows, slowly lowering the hands to the floor. And then squeezing them back up again in the opposite direction. So squeeze that core, lower those arms. Exhale up, inhale down. I think we're all going to know about this one later. If you're about a third of the way, big squeeze up, slow squeeze down. Use the breathing if it helps you. Keep your back nice and flat into the mat. And then big squeeze up. Bring those weights back down. Give those arms a nice shake off. And then flip over onto all fours. And this time we're going to row. So I'm going to swap to my 2 heavier ones. Then spot the weights between your hands for a second. Find your nice box shape. Cat-cow, if you want to, you can loosen up your spine using it. And you can also find your neutral spine. So you're looking for that bit in between the 2 extremes where it all feels like it's in the right place. So again, a little bit of pressure on the wrists. This time though, we can come up onto the fists to make it a little bit easier. So completely up to you. Take your weights or weight. And then squeeze on them tummy muscles. And we're coming up for 1 and slowly back down. 2, keep your other elbow pointing out to the side. 3, make sure the arm's not rotating. 4, this arm's nice and close to the body. 5, 6, 7, we're going to go for about 12, I think. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then same on the other side. Swap those arms over. Use your fist if it helps, rather than that flat hand and that bent wrist. Keeping the arm nice and close to the body, keeping this elbow pointing out to this side. Big squeeze up. 1, 2, don't get comfy on the floor if you didn't last time. 3, squeeze that core. 4, 5, 6, 7, I can really feel these are my tummy muscles as well. 8, because I'm pulling them tight. 9, 10, 11, nice and slow on the down, and 12. And again, shake off your arms. Let's flip back over, straight back into chest and triceps. onto your back. Arms nice and wide. Big squeeze up. I like to come all the way to the middle on that first one and then find that range of movement where the muscles don't feel like they get any rest. Inhale down, exhale up. Squeeze them tummy muscles. You can make your range of movement bigger if you're struggling. Last few reps. And last one. And then bring it all the way up to the middle. And back to those triceps again. So slowly down, squeeze the tummy muscles, press the back into the mat, and lengthen the arms to lift. Good job, keep it there. Just take your time. About a third of the way there. Nobody wanted to know that. Just keep it moving nice and slow. 2/3 of the way there. Inhale down, exhale up. Last couple of reps, last one in fact. Big squeeze up. And then bring those weights down. They feel twice as heavy as they were when we started. Let's flip back over for another row. Start on the opposite side this time. Again, adjust your weights accordingly if you need to make it a bit trickier. Find your neutral spine before you start lifting the weights. I'm going up on the fist again because that was more comfortable for my wrist. And then nice and close to the body, big squeeze up for 1, slow squeeze back down. 2, 3, neck in line with the spine, nose pointing to the floor. 4, 5, 6, 7, nice and controlled on the way down. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Oh, and shake off those arms. Hopefully that felt like enough. And same again on the other side. So again, I didn't flip last time, did I? So get yourself set up. Fist if you want to, hand if you're happy with it. Big squeeze up for 1, brace that core, slow squeeze back down. Check on your supporting elbow, that's 2 there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm coming up nice and fast. I'm trying to go down nice and slow. 10, 11. I'm correcting my supporting elbow when it starts to rotate. 12, 13, nearly there. 14, and 15. Slowly back down. And again, shake off those arms, roll out those shoulders, give your neck a bit of a roll as well if that needs a bit of release, if you're a bit clicky. And I'm just debating which bit needs a bit more. I'm thinking we stand up and we throw something brand new in the mix, just for fun. So feet nice and wide. I mean, don't mean brand new in general, I mean just today. So we're going to come up to the front and up to the sides. If any of these don't agree with you, do one of the ones you preferred, okay? I've not started counting either, so we're just going to do this until it gets naggy. So wrists nice and straight, brace your tummy muscles, and you can make it easier by doing one at a time as well, just like that. So I always think it feels like a clock. I don't know if it looks or feels like one to you. And you can bring your weights closer to your body if you're struggling by bending those elbows just like that. Okay, last few. One more each way. And then control those down. place them down on the floor. Let's have a bit of a march. Roll everything out, shake everything off. And then we'll give those arms a good stretch. So nice wide base with the feet when you're happy. Up and across with the arm. Pull it in with the other one. Look away from your hands over the shoulder. You're stretching and breathe. And slowly release, change sides. Same again. Other side. Keep breathing. And slowly release. Perfect. Triceps next. Hand in the middle of your back. Push it back with the other one. Try and keep your head up, chin off the chest. Back nice and straight. And hold that stretch there. And same again on the other side. Head up, neck in line with the spine. Soften up those knees. Hold that stretch. And slowly release that. Good. Give them shoulders a nice roll out. Take your hands up and out to the front. Open up that upper back and hold the stretch there. And then tip the hands up as far as they'll go. And back a bit till you feel a stretch there. Down from the biceps through the armpits into the chest. And then drop your hands down to the rear, push up with your arms out with the chest there. Drop those arms down, roll out those shoulders, hands on your bum. Squeeze your elbows together, push out the chest and hold. And then drop those arms down, roll out the chest, shoulders. I'm trying to think if there's anything we've missed. I think that is everything. Let's just finish off with the neck. So we'll just go for the final one that we normally do, the neck stretch. Just take the head back. Just take that nice big circle, nice and slowly, all the way out. Oh, my water bottle's leaked. I look like I've been dribbling. And all the way back. You probably can't even see it from there. And then all the way out again. And all the way back. Shoulders back and down. One more. All the way out. And all the way back. And then head back to the middle, let your eyes reset, shake it all off. And that is us all done. Thank you for joining me today.